I'll say this, so just to put a bow on this deal, for all you cash offer people, money is cheap. Use mine. Keep your money. Use my money. It's, don't put all that money on that property. Use my money and let's get you the mortgage on this thing.
How long do you think the inventory problem is going to last for, Jay?
Man, I don't know, because I don't even know if the builders can keep up with the demand. And you see some builders that you never thought would get into space. And I won't say any names of specific builders, but builders that were building what you would call that upper level home. They're getting into the lower end with some of the lower end builders just to compete, because for so long that price range was was moving slow. But now that everybody's buying, everyone's kind of putting their toe in the water to try to see if they can do that. So I'm hoping that they can kind of catch up with everything. But as long as they don't price everyone out of it, with the cost of materials going up, and because you can't buy a home.
Well, the builder.
I'm just afraid that if middle class people are going to be able to afford.
Well, that's the problem. How can they get on the ladder if they can't? Buying that first house is the most important move.
And to
get on that ladder, they've got to get on that ladder.
You're hard pressed to find something less than $200,000.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I really feel for some of these people that they sell their house. And then because they've got equity in the house, and then they haven't got the opportunity to buy the next house.
Yeah.
And then they're in a very bad situation, and it's like a domino effect, because then the people that are buying their house, maybe they're selling their house. And it from that point of view, it can really turn into a mess back again if you haven't got a good agent to do that. And I really think, the likes of some of these sites where you go on and they'll make you an offer for their house. We had one recently for that, and one of them sites offered them $297,000 for the house, and we sold it. We sold that exact same house with no repairs for $370,000.
Oh wow!
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I always get on the MLS in the mornings, see if there's anything available below $200,000. Because back in 2019, when I was looking for homes, I would get on them MLS and see if anything below 200, like $180,000 needed repair, I will make an offer on. But now everything is above $180,000 and they need repair.
They need repair.
Yeah.
So it's not enough meat on the bone for you, right?
Yeah, no, people are selling their homes for top dollar, even if they need repair.
Right.
Yeah.
The wholesalers now at the moment, some of them are even offering 85%, 90%, before they do the repairs for some of these houses.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, and I just think if that's the case, would they get more money if they used a good quality agent?
Oh, they definitely will if they use a quality agent.
That's really what it's about. But let's sort of move on a little bit. Let's move along the pipe. But so James, you feel that you see it going on for another 2 to 3 years?
That would be if I had to guess, yeah.
Interest rates in that time, do you feel they will continue to stay low?
Mm-hmm. If not go lower.
Wow.
One of the things they do in Europe, which I've got to mention, because when the house of prices in Europe went up, they did a program which was basically you loan half and you rent the other half of the house. Do you think it'll ever get to that point over here, where you'd do a loan on half of the house and then you would rent the house from a particular organisation? I've never ever liked that program.
Oh man, I haven't seen them doing anything like a co-op kind of deal.
Yeah, it's basically what happens is that it basically it's a government program, and what happens is you purchase half of the house, all right, which is like a regular loan. The reason why they do that is to try and make housing more affordable. And then the other half of the house is basically a government program where you rent it. Mm-hmm. So you're paying, part of it is your mortgage, and the other half is like a rental payment. And then when you get that up, then you're in a position where sometimes you can, as you in a better position, then you can mortgage the other side of it.
Oh wow. And that's not a product that I would.
Oh, I've never known it over here, but it does go on in Europe. You know,
Really?
in Birmingham, where originally I'm from, that's what they do, and it's a way how first-time home buyers can get. And I really think at times, perhaps, the government needs to get involved to get a little bit more involved. I mean, we all talk about affordable housing, and affordable housing to me is very important. But I was talking to somebody the other day he's about 24, 25 years old, and he says, oh, well, I don't want to buy a house. And I was trying to tell him that, is that really what you want to do? And I was asking him, why do you not want to buy a house? But he had this thing, well, I'm better off buying stocks. But to me, to me, it's all about diversity. Yeah, you can buy your stocks by all means, but I think you're better off, buying a little bit of real estate. Buy a little bit of real estate. I mean, everybody's got this concept, well, it's going to crash and it's going to come down, and I just don't see it happening. And I think the longer they leave it, the more they're going to get left behind that ball.
That's true.
And that's one of the reasons why when I came in, when I came over to the States, that's what I wanted to do. That was my first goal, to go out there and get a house, because I really think you're better off buying a house than you are paying a landlord, because what are you paying it for?
That's true. But some rents now, man, are just as much as a mortgage.
Oh yeah, way above.
It's crazy, man. People buying rent, $2,000, $3,000. I mean, to rent.
Mm-hmm.
You don't own, but that's the only option.
And you're not buying no equity. You're not getting nothing for the future.